What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. No practice today, but Aaron Glenn did speak with the media and shared some important injury updates as well as what he expects to see in the preseason. Before we hop into the video, I have some exciting news that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm really happy to let you guys know that I will be a part of the Gangrene Legends Cruise setting sail on May 30th of 2026. I know it's a long way away, but just think about this. We have Jets legends like Bilal Powell, Jericho Cotchery, Sean Ellis, Marty Lyons, and many more to go along with the creator crew of myself, Jake Asman, Jets Talk 24/7, Green Bean, and Richie from Jets Media. It's going to be an awesome time, so check out the details on jetscruise.com. Don't miss out on the ultimate Jets fan vacation. You'll hear me talking about this for a while, but just found the official word out this week, so wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, so let's get started with the injuries. Here's Coach Glenn on the latest injury front.
Boyd, X, both of those guys had shoulders. They'll be out this week. We'll reevaluate those guys going into next week. John Simpson will be out this week. He has a back. Who else do we have? Quinn and Oz. We already talked about Quinn, and Quinn will be out. Malachi Moore, he'll start getting back in practice this week, so we're going to see how that goes throughout the rest of the week. I think that'll hit all the guys for the most part. But again, X and Boyd, they'll be out for this week.
Okay, so some big names will be out this week. Quinnen Williams, John Simpson, not expected to play. We also heard Aaron Glenn earlier in the press conference mention that he's going to let everyone know later in the week if the starters will play, and if so, for how much. They're evaluating Malachi Moore, the rookie safety. Would like to see someone like Malachi Moore get a lot of run in the preseason. He's fighting for a roster spot. Not a roster spot, excuse me, a starting spot. His roster spot is a pretty safe bet here, but is fighting for an opportunity with guys like Tony Adams at the safety spot. So going to be really interesting to see how many of these guys mentioned actually play in this game, but that's the latest on the injury news. Aaron Glenn was asked about his quarterback, and he thinks that Justin Fields is progressing.
I think he's really improving. I really do. And when you go back and you really look at the tape, there are some throws that he missed, but there's also some throws that he made that were really good throws that we have to make sure we catch also. So that goes both ways from his part, where some of those throws he got to make, and some of them guys got to make catches. So, I'm excited about that player. I'm excited about the things that he's going to be able to create for us. And every day, man, he just got to continue to keep chopping wood. And the type of person that he is, he's going to continue to do that.
The takeaway from this comment to me is the quote where he's like, some throws that he has to make, like just being flat out honest. And there's others where he's like, listen, our guys got to make a play on the ball. They got to catch the football a little bit. And you're working through this now. This is the time to work through those things. You know, I had the comments after the green and white scrimmage where it was like, this wasn't a great day for the offense. Some days the defense are going to be better. The previous couple days, the Jets had some nice offensive showings. In fact, the day before on Friday, Jets offense had arguably their best day, and then they followed it up with the one where they really struggled. And again, that's going to happen at this time of year. For Justin Fields, you just want to see him get better as a passer of the football, right? And get a little bit more consistent there. That's going to really help him elevate his game if he wants to become the long-term answer on this team. It's going to be something that we have to watch throughout summer, right? And as we progress later into August, we're still very early. It's August 4th today. We got plenty of time here. It's just something that we're going to have to keep an eye on, how he improves over the summer before the regular season. On the offensive line, Glenn says he's pretty impressed.
Very, very impressed with how they operate. Big, strong men. They fit the personality that we want as an offense and how we want to operate. Obviously, we drafted Mimbu as our first pick. We had Olu last year. Our interior is outstanding, and even some of the guys that are in the back of rows are doing a really good job for us. So I'm excited about that group. Still have a lot of time to improve when it comes to communication because they are young, and Mimbo just got here, and Olu didn't start the whole year. So I'm looking forward to seeing those guys continue to get better.
Look, there's still some work that needs to be done with the communication. That is going to happen, right? That the more they play together, the better they will get communicating and picking up on each other's, just things that they do, right? And they have to play as a unit, and they're going to have plenty of opportunities to get more reps. I know John Simpson's out this week, and Joe Timmon played a little left guard. We'll see if that continues while they're waiting for John Simpson to come back. I think in the regular season, if that happened, if there was an injury to John Simpson or Elijah Vera Tucker, that's the exact play that they would have, because that allows you to go next man up, which on the interior is Josh Myers, who is a center and has a lot of starting experience from his time in Green Bay. That allows Joe Tippmann to move over, and you keep your best five on the field rather than just going, all right, Joe Tippmann's going to stay at center and Xavier Newman or Max Mitchell is going to be next man up. So this kind of creates a in-season like a situation or scenario for the Jets, and hopefully when John Simpson comes back, they go back to the regular five and they continue to work and progress together. Finally, Aaron Glenn talked about what he wants to see in the preseason.
Listen, I want to see exactly what we talked about when it comes to the things we're trying to create during training camp, and that's creating an identity for our guys and what type of advantage we're going to create. And I'm not going to say those things. That's between me and the players. But for the most part, that's what I'm looking at. I'm not really looking at what the score is going to be. It's more, man, are we actually hitting those points that I want to make sure we hit when it comes to the things that we've talked about?
As he says, the score of these games don't really matter a ton, and like it's preseason. Of course, naturally, the coach is going to want to win every single game that they play, but in the preseason, it's about evaluation. And something else that he said, create an identity. That's what this team has to do. Identify what they want to do as a team and put that on film and go out and do it. And it's not necessarily all the starters, but it's the entire philosophy of the 53 guys who are going to make this team. It's not just a collection of random players who are good at certain things and not so great at other things, and this guy does this well. They want to be a team by all intents and purposes, right? We've heard them talk a ton, is they want to establish a running game, they want to play fast, they want to play physical, and they want to be aggressive on defense. Will we see that? I think to a small extent, yes. In the preseason, you're not going to see, the entire playbook on display, right? Like Tanner Engstrand's not going to be going absolutely nuts, and maybe they play a little bit more basic than what we see from them in the regular season, but you could still set the tone on defense playing aggressive and playing physical and playing fast. Like that much we can see no matter who's out there, whether it's the starters or the third string guys. So there we go. Those are the biggest takeaways from Aaron Glenn's press conference today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe here if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.